Hey y'all, I'm right here looking up the camera now. I have it up high so everybody can see my kitchen and kind of what I'm doing. And nobody was able to hop on, I guess, for the call today because, well, it's Saturday and it's an awkward time. But I'm sorry, I was at the Super Saturday event today, and it's all the way in Austin, which is about an hour and a half away from where we live. And so we just now got back a little bit longer than I anticipated. But anyway, this was the actual only time that I could do this. And I wanted to do it for you guys in case you had some questions and wanted to hop on live and I could answer them for you about meal prep. Because when I started doing Hammer and Chisel a year ago on the 3rd, so it would have been a year ago this week, I was very overwhelmed with the food and how to prep it. And then about 3 weeks into it, I finally got into a groove. And at that time, I was working full-time as a teacher. So I would get home from my job around 4 o'clock. I would have to take my kids to soccer, to piano, to tutoring, any of that stuff right after school. And we usually didn't get home until 5:30 or 6. And then if I had to cook a whole meal from scratch, then that would have put me at, not eating every night till 7, and then my kids had to get to bed. So I had to come up with a way to get it easier on me and for my family to be able to eat. And so I began to meal prep every single Saturday. If we had a soccer game, it would be in the afternoon, but that was my time to get all of my food ready. So the first thing that I would always sit down and do is what I did for you guys. I think it was Thursday, I posted the list, or Friday. I don't know if days are all running together, but I posted that list for y'all, and I would sit down and figure out what meals in the evening I was going to have. And that's where I would start. I always keep all of my recipes on Pinterest because it is much easier for me to find them there. I can get on my computer, pull it up in my kitchen, and then be able just to see all of what I needed and my ingredients. I would then write down all of my ingredients, as you can see, on that list and then go shopping. Sometimes it would be Saturday, and then I would come home, eat something light, and then start meal prepping. Because I'm working only part-time, I can go shopping on Fridays and then do my meal prep. So one of the things that I do is I look down and I say, which day is my craziest day? Well, it happens to be this upcoming week now is going to be Thursday, Tuesday and Thursdays, because I teach my fitness class until about 6:30 at night. So on that Tuesday night, we're going to have tacos. And so what I've done is instead of using beef, I always use turkey, ground turkey. Tastes exactly the same. I use my own seasoning blend that I've come up with, which I can show you what it is, but hang on, I'll get the, let me get the camera down and I can show you a little bit easier. I'm recording this. That is my 13-year-old smart brat back there, so you can laugh at her.
Don't worry, I'm laughing at myself.
Okay, so. But anyway, this is the meat that I'm making right here. The taco meat. Yeah, seriously. This is the taco meat that I've made, and the seasonings that I put in it are just
yummy, yummy.
I'm trying not to kill y'all, sorry. But I just use Himalayan sea salt, and then my daughter does not like onions, and so I use onion powder instead. And I just put like a handful of that, not even a handful of, don't put a whole handful of salt because that's really bad, but just a little bit of salt, a palmful of that, a palmful of ground comino or cumin, those are the same thing, and then a handful of the chili powder, just a palmful of that as well, and then I mix that up, and then my turkey meat is done and ready to go. And so then all I'm going to do is just put that into a Ziploc bag, throw it in the refrigerator so that on Tuesday night after I get home from working out from my class, I can just pull that out, heat it up. I use corn tortillas because that is on the fix plan. I use that to, for my tacos. And then, or you can put that meat, it's awesome on a salad with some salsa, whatever. It's great. You can use it over and over through the week. So hang on, I'm going to put you back up here. All right, so, don't follow me. So for my next meal, I know I'm my next crazy night is going to be on Thursday night. And so for that one, I have scheduled roast beef that I'm going to throw into the crock pot. It's balsamic roast beef. So what I will do with that is I will put the roast beef in a Ziploc bag, and I'm going to pour all of the ingredients in that Ziploc bag and then put it in the freezer so that on Thursday morning, all I have to do is pull out the bag, dump it in a crock pot, turn the crock pot on, and it is ready to go for the day. So that when we get home that night, we'll have that ready to go. I also will go through my list and start chopping up my vegetables that I'm going to need for my meals that night, so that all I have to do is dump all of that food in there. So that's basically how I meal prep my evening meals, so that I know exactly what meal I'm having on what night. I don't have to think about it, and I have all the vegetables cut up and ready to go to pour into whatever it is. Like for the enchilada soup, I'll get, I don't think there's any vegetables that you have to cut up for that. The biggest one, I think, for it.
It smells so good.
The next thing I'm going to do is that on the list is that I have a pizza. So I'm going to make the pizza, the barbecue sauce that goes on top of the pizza. And then I am also going to go ahead and boil the chicken that I need for, I don't know what she's doing, and I'm so sorry.
My mouth is salivating.
So
it smells so good here.
I'm going to.
Oh, it smells so good.
Thanks, bud. I'm going to boil the chicken and have that ready to go and shred it. And I don't know if you knew this, but this is a tip that I learned just recently, is that if you have a KitchenAid mixer, if you take the paddle attachment and put chicken breasts in the mixer one at a time, right after you cook it. The chicken has to be warm. It won't work if it's cold. But if you put that in there, all you have to do is turn on your mixer, and the mixer will shred it for you. So you don't have to spend all that time doing all that. Huge time saver. So again, KitchenAid mixer, paddle attachment, warm chicken, and it will mix it up and shred it for you so you have shred chicken. So I'm going to go ahead and start getting that ready and maybe share some other tips with you. So, let's see. Oh, there's the chicken. I have this huge thing of chicken. I need 3 of them for another meal for the bruschetta chicken that's on Monday night. So I'm going to pull those out and put those in a bag and start cooking this something huge. It's supposed to be natural chicken. Just like I mean, you can see it too. Look at the food. Natural chicken. I always have music playing when I'm meal prep. Sometimes, a lot of times I will play Christian music, or I also like to play some really rock and jam and dance to it music. That way it keeps me happier and motivated and going, because meal prep is not the most exciting thing in the entire world. Not gonna lie, but it's really good to be able to do this and be ready to go for the week, and you will feel so prepared and so ready, and it's like not even, your brain doesn't have to work when you come home from work. You can just throw it in and you can go. So for breakfast, I know a lot of people are like, well, what do you eat for breakfast? My breakfast is pretty much the same every single day, because I don't like to think, and I like to keep things quite simple. My breakfast usually consists of a cup of egg whites. I can't eat whole eggs, but my husband does. He eats 2 whole eggs every day that he cooks in the morning. Children and their stuff everywhere. I don't ever meal prep my breakfast unless I'm going out of town and I know I need something to eat while I'm at the hotel. Then I will make like quesadillas, or I will make egg cups where you put ham or pre-cooked bacon in a muffin pan, and you can put, I put green pepper in there, a little bit of cheese, and I put, I've done other stuff with that too. But mostly it's the bacon and the cheese and the bell pepper in there, and you can cook those with the egg whites or your egg, whichever you can eat. And then you'll have that already prepped. That's a really good, those are just egg muffins is what they're called. Or even the quesadillas, I posted on there for the meal prep board, the quesadillas. I've taken those to the hotel when I knew I was going to be out of town, and those are really awesome to heat up really fast in the microwave. And those are great. Hoagie tortilla, egg, or egg whites, whatever. But I normally don't prep my food. I eat a cup of egg whites that I cook. It takes like 2 minutes to cook some egg whites. I always use pre-cooked bacon. I don't eat turkey bacon, even though that's not on 21-day fix. But 2 pieces of bacon, I researched it. If it's pre-cooked, it's about the same amount of calories. And as the turkey bacon, it tastes so much better. So I use that, and I also use just a little bit of cheese, and I will always put sauce on there. And then I always eat a pretty big carb in the morning because I have read that your body needs carbs early in the morning. And so I will either use 3 corn tortillas, and that is about a 1.5 serving, or I have found these whole grain English muffins. They are really good, and this is what my husband and I use every day. My husband likes to make like basically an egg McMuffin. He uses an egg and some cheese and some salsa and puts it on here. That way he can take it if he needs to go to work. When I was working full time, that's what I ate every morning, was an egg McMuffin that I had made. So that's an option for breakfast. When it gets cold, like it has been around here, when it gets cold, like it has been around here, I will make a whole thing of oatmeal, not the whole thing, but a cup of oatmeal, which is what the serving is. And actually for 21-day fix, it's 2 servings. And so I will make it and then put half of it in here and eat the other half. And I use about a teaspoon of honey. And this is local honey, so if you can get local honey, that's really good, because not only is it good for you, but it also has a lot of, like, if you have really bad allergies, it helps with your allergies so much. So that's why I use local honey every day. I take it. Let's see. That's usually what I eat for breakfast. For lunch, I eat the same thing. Again, for lunch and breakfast, I don't vary very much because I know that I'm going to vary my meals at night. And that's where my variation comes from. And working full time and being a teacher, I got in the habit of only having 30 minutes to eat. So I needed something that I could eat really fast. And so to eat at lunch every day, both my husband and I still take a salad. And I just wash the lettuce. I have it all washed and ready to go so that we can throw it in a container. And then I also, today, as part of my meal prep, will grill meat. And I'll show you, like, I don't know, I'm sure if you don't live around in Texas, that I'm sure your grocery store has something like this, but our H-E-B, which is our local grocery store, has these really awesome marinated chicken breasts, and you can get this and grill it, and then I will take this and cut it up after it's cooked and get my portion cup, my protein cup, and measure it out and put it in a Ziploc bag, so that all my husband and I have to do is grab that bag and we will throw it in with our salad and we're ready to go. I've used this. I also look for 25% off. And so I will get that a lot of times and grill that up. It's protein, it's meat, it's already seasoned, and it's ready to go. And I'm sure you can find something like that at your local grocery store as well. And so that is how I prep for my lunch meal, so that I already have my protein and my salads are ready to go. I will throw shredded carrots in there. If I have other vegetables that I've cut up and I have extra, like I have a bunch of peppers, little bitty peppers left over, I chop those up and put in some green pepper or red or yellow pepper. So it just kind of varies with what's in my refrigerator, whatever tickles your fancy. So that's what I eat for lunch. I'm trying to think, is there anything else that I prep every week just to get us ready for the week. I think that's about it. So I'm going to go ahead and finish prepping, and I'm going to stop the recording, and I will show you what it kind of all looks like in a little bit.